do a short video on how to install the HAVOC ROM on the OnePlus 6 here. We will go to About Phone, and I'll show you here. It's device is LG h872, and hardware status is still, on stuff. Go to build number. We'll hit on Android here. It's Android 10. This is a OG6, I think, came out in 2015 or 16. In my first video, showed you that it had a January 1st, 2019 security patch. That is gone. Now I have an April 5th security patch. And the build number is QQ2A.200.405.005. That is the latest Google security patch on a 4-year-old phone, almost 5 years old. So I'm swipe out of that. Yes, and the swipe gestures work. And I'll show you that this is the HAVOC ROM, and you get all these features in this ROM. It's really simple to install. So what we want to do is we want to power off the phone, and here I have unlock it, and then hit the power button. And then we have advanced boot installed. So you can do hot boot and recovery, bootloader, or just the system UI. So we want to do recovery. And I want to show you, last night I stayed up all night, and I finally got the encryption disabled. And it took a special file. And I put all the links in this description for the firmware, where you can get it. And here we got TWRP. Look at this, no encryption, gone. Finally, I was racking my brain on how to get this thing. I had to find the file because it's an older twerp. It's 3.2.1. It's an older twerp. For some reason or another, it was it takes a DM verify file, force encryption. I had to add quota to the end to get it to renew the hard disk, the data partition, and that's what was wrong with it. It would disable the DM verify, would disable the DM verify partition and the force encryption partition, or arguments they call it, but it wouldn't reset the quota argument in twerp because it's an older twerp. It has not been modified for that. No, it's just locked. So what it is, we hit install, and now that it reads my internal storage, finally, click internal storage, you go up a level, you can go to download. Of course, I don't have anything in there right now, so that's the problem. I have it on. So here's a DM verify. I have that encrypted down there on the. I have it on the what do they call that? The root of the phone. So it's on the root. That's why it's there and not anywhere else. So instead of putting some stuff in downloads, which can get deleted, and if you put it on the root partition of the phone, it can't be deleted. So it never goes away. So I used this DM Verify. Like I said, I spent all night trying to figure it out. And so what we want to do is, first off, we want to go to the Chrome, and this is part of that, which I'll give a link here. What I'll do is I'll pin this so I don't lose it, and then I'll add a new tab. And then what I'll do is I'll go to, let's see, I just do HAVOC ROM for LGG6 space h872, because there's only 3 different models. Oh, I forgot to hit new tab. Ha ha ha, funny. Okay, so we'll do this again. You go to root for LGG6. Oops, G6. H872. 2. And then click enter. And it's going to bring me to this page here. Oops, I typed in the wrong thing. You guys, I'm so sorry. So we'll start over here. I want to type in HAVOC ROM for LGG6 H872, and then type enter. And what it's going to do is you're going to bring it to this latest HAVOC ROM, which is it's also for the 870, the US 997 unlocked. Those are the only 2 models that can be officially bootloader unlocked. The 872, in my previous video, the developer, XDA developer, found a workaround to get actually, I'm sorry, these are the only 3 that can be officially unlocked. These have to be 870 and the US 997 have to be unlocked through LG, and the H872 G6 can be unlocked through T-Mobile. So if you don't have either one of those model numbers, this is not going to work for you. So we got the HAVOC ROM, the latest OS version 3.4. You'll click on that, and this is the link here, and I'll save this. I'll go pin this right away so I don't lose it. And then basically it goes down through here, and you're gonna click on your device, whether it be we'll give credit to the developer, XDA developer Skull Shady. And he's the one who helps maintain and modify this ROM. Really good ROM. This guy did a good job. So you go down through here, and basically you have your different links here. You need to find the link for your device, which mine is. Okay. Let me see here. Let me find it. Okay. Now, my link is right here for the bootloader. And this is the link for the ROM down here. Now, doing the previous bootloader. Now, if you do in my previous video, if you use that method, if you flashed your twerp to the recovery partition, you do not need this bootloader. And I just did it last night and my phone works fine. You do not, because it will not let your phone be unencrypted. Once it's encrypted, you keep flashing this before the ROM, it does not work. This is only for if you have the bootloader or TWRP on the last partition. So if you went ahead and flashed it to the recovery, you don't need it. So this is not needed if you have your TWRP on recovery. If you have TWRP on the last partition, you need to flash this. You have to. So you have to figure out if you still have your TWRP recovery on the last partition or the recovery. If you have it on recovery, you do not need this bootloader. But down here is the ROM, and this is my h872, so we'll click on that. And this is going to take us to the unofficial zip. This is a GitHub, and you can sign up for you can sign up for it if you want. So what you need to download this ROM, and we'll go back out of this. Back out of this here. Come back to this link here, and you also need to download the gaps, which is right here, and you click on this link here, and all the links are going to be in the description. And what you want to do is you want to click on, because this is Android 10, okay, this is Android 10, you want to click on ARM64 Android 10. You can do stock, full, media. I choose nano. I did nano. And click on nano, and then you want to, I'll show you here, I'll go down some more. And then you click here on download. I already downloaded it, so I'm not going to do that. I already have the ROM installed. I'm just showing you how to do this stuff. So I'll keep this link for you guys. This main page link here, I'll keep it for you. And then basically what we want to do, we're going to go to the phone. And now that we're in twerp, well, I gotta install this card, because select storage, and wherever you have your firmware, your ROM, your gaps, wherever you have that stuff, is you want to click on it. So I want to click micro SD card, and on the micro SD card I have some different files. But first things first, and I'm going to show you the process of doing this to do it properly. The DM disable DM verify force encrypt quota, and then the date gets flashed absolutely last. You flash that last. So what we want to do, and we want to go up to select storage again. We want to select OTG. That's where I got my firmware. And we want to flash the ROM. You want to click on it. And I like flashing my software one at a time. So what you do, you just flash this zip, and then you'll click on swipe the flash. I'm not going to do it because I already did it. So you swipe the flash, and then you click back. Once it's finished, click back, and then you have to go to gaps, and then you'll swipe the flash to gaps. And then once that's finished, you'll go back, install, I'm sorry, and then you want to flash your Magisk v20.3 zip. Flash that, you'll click on that, and you'll swipe the flash. I'm not going to do it because I already did it. So we'll go back, and then go back, then go to install, select storage, micro SD card, because that's where I have this ROM. I'll swipe down, and then you need to flash the DM verify encrypt, and then you swipe the flash, and then you let it, once it all does its thing, you want to let it reboot what I would do is I would go back. I would go to reboot, recovery, reboot, let the phone reboot, recovery, and let it reboot. And it's a lot faster on the HAVOC ROM. You see how fast that was? So you get rid of the LG stock firmware, especially the T-Mobile firmware. It's slow as as slow as molasses in wintertime. So get rid of that, and the phone's a lot faster. So then see how we're still not encrypted. We didn't get that error with the red message. So then once you do that and you find out you're still unencrypted or you're decrypted, you want to hit reboot and then system. And then for the first boot, it will take a little while, and it'll take a little bit of time to boot. But and that's it. And then we just let it do its thing. Then you'll see it still takes a little bit to boot. But I'll show you the boot logo. It's really nice. It's just and if it takes 4 minutes to boot, I would say that'd be okay. You know, any longer than that, and you get stuck. Sometimes you can hit power down, power, and then volume down, and then reset the phone and try to boot it again. And then there's my ROM. And then you gotta swipe up to do your security code real quick. And then I got my Google Pixel 4 software on, or wallpapers and stuff on here. But I'll go in settings, and then you know it's really nice. It has tons of features. You go into configure center, and you have a plethora of different settings you can go through. It's really, really nice, and it's got a lot of stuff that you can choose from. You know, you screen, click on screen. You can use the frame values, or you can turn that off, and then round your corners. Go into animations. You got all kinds of different animations you can enable. It's really nice. And then miscellaneous, you can have your wake device, your charge animation, adaptive playback for your media. You even have a toggle for game mode here. So it's really nice. And then if you go to about, it tells you everybody that helped build this ROM, and you know, there's a maintainer, you know, official devices. It goes through and it tells you every single device that's supported by this HAVOC ROM, and they got their different links, their websites, their GitHub, their Discord, and Telegram, and that's just, you got battery saving. You can click on battery saving, and you can, you know, suspend actions, blah 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 blah. And then you got your notification. You can have your edge lighting. The edge lighting is really nice. You can blink for call waiting, the screen. You know, blink and screen on incoming calls. You can, the charge LED, I don't have one. The G6 doesn't have one, so you can't use it really. It's just not gonna work. You got kill app feature. You got noisy notifications. You have force close notifications. That's for the system. And up here, gestures, you know, you got swipe to screenshot. If you like doing that, it's a 2-finger swipe or 3-finger swipe up and down on the screen for gestures. You can lift the check phone. I have that stuff off. I don't really want that. And then you got system gesture navigation. And it comes with the 3-button navigation enabled, but they finally fixed the full gestures. So if you like gestures, you'll like it. It works. It's pretty much flawless anymore. So, and then in the buttons, you can go in here and change your power menu. This is where you can turn on your your power menu if you want, reboot, advanced reboot, your lockdown screen, screenshot, screen record, or your flashlight. So that, yeah, there's a bunch of different settings in here. You can change the stuff on your status bar. You can add the circle, battery icon. There's all kinds of stuff. You just have to install it, and Wi-Fi works, the data works, everything works. They really did a nice job fixing the ROM, and it's really nice. So I would suggest, you know, for your first time, I would either install the Pixel Experience ROM or the HAVOC ROM to start off. Now with the HAVOC ROM, you have to install your gaps, which I'll leave this link in the description. You can come to here and read this link. And just follow the directions. You know, it tells you exactly how to flash everything. But don't, like I said, you don't want that bootloader unless you have your twerp on the last partition. If you had fixed your last partition at the end of the first video, they have a few files that you have to flash to repair your last partition back to normal. If you did that and you flashed twerp to the recovery, you don't need the bootloader. So I'll go down here and show you again, just to be on the safe side here. So this one here, just to sum it up, if you used the three files the file to fix your last partition, you do not need this. You only need this if you still have your twerp on the last partition. It just every time you flash that, it just re-encrypts your data for some reason, and it just makes a headache to re-flash everything. Make sure you have your security turned off. So what you'd want to do is you want to swipe out all this stuff here, and before you flash anything, go into security, privacy and security, click on that, and just turn that off. Just turn your security off, and it just causes less problems. It just doesn't want to, twerp can't decrypt it right properly. So it just causes problem in the long run. So in a nutshell, that's how you install the custom ROM on the T-Mobile G6. And like I said, the H870 and the US 997 also are the only ones. So there's only 3 models that you can actually root with this LG6. Like I said, I stayed up all night trying to find the correct DM Note Verify software. I flashed like 3 or 4 different ones that didn't work. And then finally the one that I found here, I had to modify the name, which I have. I'll leave that file name with the modified file name in the description. So there you go, guys. That's the HAVOC ROM, and yeah. So it works. It's flawless. I mean, I haven't had no random reboots, no issues whatsoever. So it's really nice, and I think, you know, you should try the HAVOC ROM because it works. It's a lot better than it used to be. These guys did a great job. Spent a lot of time on this. So, you know, here's a PayPal link. If you really like it and you want to keep it and use it for a daily driver, you can click on that link and you can donate to any one of them guys. So buy them a beer if you like it. But yeah, that's about it there. So, all right, I'll let you guys go.